right, we're checking out the only game where the answer to every game show's question is violence. It's episode. You ever wanted to be on a game show made by psychopaths? Here we are. I know Squid Games is kind of like that, but this actually has an air of professionalism. It's almost like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with a young Alex Trebek. Except he's looking at me with his poor dead fish eyes as if to say, you child, so many of your former brethren have been skinned. Have you noticed that cannibalism makes its way in every episode as well? I mean, if that's one of the Jeopardy questions, I'll probably end up winning. Good evening, America, says Grant. Please give a warm welcome to tonight's player, Flack Horace of Floridopolis. In case you're wondering who Flack Horace is, you know Zach Morris? I'm a lot like that, except I've had the crap kicked out of me my whole life. There you go. Flack Horace of Floridopolis. How would you describe yourself? As someone who gets punched in the face a lot. In fact, that was basically my training for coming on the game show. My wife just took a sock, filled it up with pool balls, and swung it like a friggin' frisbee at my head. A hopeless romantic, a miserable sack. Misunderstood. I mean, both these are true. Much like Rocky Balboa, I can't see anything out of my left eye, so I'm gonna go with miserable. I'm a miserable sack. Aren't we all? This is a very uplifting game show I'm on. I always like it in a video game where all the characters collectively kick themselves in the nuts within the first 30 seconds. But we have some beautiful bachelorettes who will turn that around for you. Wait a second, I told this was like Jeopardy. Am I gonna be answering questions or trying to impress women? Because I'm not really good at either of them. Let's meet them now. One of them's a cannibal, isn't it? This is where, that's how you're gonna shove it into this episode. I know it. It's gonna happen. Yeah, let's meet her. Go ahead, contestant number 1, please say hello. Good evening, Flack Horace of Floridopolis. Oh, that was, all right. That doesn't really tell me anything about you. Now to contestant 2. Hey there, all right. And finally, contestant 3. I can't wait to get to know you. What the hell's going on here? It sounds like 3 reasonable people. This is impossible. I know you're lying to me, game. Now, Flack, we will give you some time to ask icebreaker questions so you can get to know these women better. You got it, Grant. Whoever I determine still has their soul at the end of this line of questioning is not the girl for me. Each contestant will take a turn to give you their answer, and at the end of the segment, you can choose your favorite. Ooh, how does that sound? Good, complicated, degrading? It is kind of degrading that these 3 women are here trying to become the significant other of the world's biggest punching bag. Oh boy. But they're competing for you. That doesn't change. Trust the process. Okay, Jesus. Whatever, keep your mustache on your lip, man. Let the game begin. What is this, like medieval times? All right, my first question is, what feature do you look for in a partner? What kind of car do you drive? When was the last time you saw a gynecologist? I'm not gonna lie, if I was on a game show and the very first question was, when was the last time you saw the wiener doctor? I would be slightly taken aback. Like a doctor specifically made to examine my wiener, or just any doctor? I'd like to know this too. Are you gonna be here the whole time, Grant? That's right, everyone. Meet my lovable sidekick, Grant. How is this any of your business? Answer the question. Well, contestant number 1 isn't getting to round 2 months ago. Oh, all right, last year sometime. I can't believe you 2 actually answered it. Contestant number 1, trust the process. We can't believe you didn't. Where is your sportsmanship? I don't know if it's unsporting to not answer the question. You may continue, Flack. Oh, you're gonna wish you hadn't said that. I'm really curious. If you were a superhero, what would your power be? Man for a day, what is the first thing you would do? Potato, what way would you be cooked? Hold on. If you were a potato, what way would you be cooked? See? It's leading us down the path I told you. You may be sitting here like,
Gray, what is episode's interest with cannibalism?
Have you ever actually played a mobile game and seen an episode's ad? One of the actual things is a girl telling a guy that he smells good and wondering how he tastes. God, I love potatoes. Asking the deep questions now. For real though, you go on this game show and you already know what's gonna be asked, right? The superpower one, what do you look for in a person? Like this really lets you know about your contestants. I'd be a roast potato, okay? I'd be a potato chip, that's hot. I'd be a potato salad. I'm pretty sure the unhealthiest one is the one in the middle, so that's my favorite so far. I'm sure those answers have given you a lot to think about. You have no idea. Also, Grant, I'm really glad that you're standing to my right, because if you weren't, I wouldn't be able to see you, and I wouldn't know if that was you talking or the voice inside of my head spurring me on. But we must move on. I want to know how you feel about children, body hair, me. Part of me wants to pick me, but I feel like if I pick children, one of these women is going to mention, like they're gonna talk about children like you would talk about a Campbell devil's chunky soup. I'm picking children. I absolutely adore them. You're like the safe pick, aren't you? I think my purpose in life is to raise children who will go on to make the world a better place. Remember when Bane was beating the hell out of Batman and he was like, admirable, but mistaken. That's you. That's disgusting. This girl's amazing. I find kids utterly repulsive. At least she didn't say I find them potentially nutritious. I guess I fall somewhere in the middle. Contestant 3, this is a really big bell curve. I don't want to have any of my own, but at this point in life, I don't outright hate them. Some potentially deal-breaking answers there. What's next? Finally, something I must simply know about a woman before I date her. How many people have you slept with? Can you twerk? Will you get mad if I leave the toilet seat up? I'm gonna pick this. And I kind of want to pick this one too, but I'm gonna pick this one. And Grant is gonna be like, these are some grade A questions here. Yes. Not you! I'm not gonna lie, Grant has like the most personality out of everyone in this entire game. I was asking the contestants. Oh. I don't even know what that is. That is the most damning line I have ever heard. I know what it is, but I have never and will never attempt it. Jesus! I have attempted it, but you gotta finish the sentence. I don't think I should ever try it again. What the hell happened? She makes it sound like she tried twerking and got food poisoning. Some disappointing answers there. I love how the only person who's really done it with like any zeal is him. That brings us to the end of round 1. How many rounds are there? Who has tickled your pickle? Oh man, it's between 2 and 3. I feel like 1 is maybe the craziest. Like this game may just be leading me down a very dark path. Well, not me, but I guess someone who's looking for a legitimate good person. And then suddenly at the end, it's like the Hannibal Lecter of women. I'm gonna go with 2. Excellent choice. I'm glad you think so, Grant. Let's meet her. Oh, Jesus. All right. Oh boy. Why is she screaming? Her real name is Blair and she claims she knows how to summon the dead? Oh my God, out of 3 women, I picked the Dungeons and Dragons necromancer. A demon told me to sign up for this show. Oh boy. Blair is truly the perfect woman. She's completely insane and has wonderful fashion sense. Before you meet her yourself, it's time for round 2. Oh, can I see her or not? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Only one of my eyes works. You can wait backstage for now. Goodbye, Blair. Don't kill anyone while you're back there. And you rejects can leave the set entire. Jesus. Bring out the next batch of women. Oh, there's more than 3? Oh, we're gonna get a cannibal yet. Round 2, I want you to do the exact same thing you just did. You mean asking terrible questions and then picking someone who will probably end up killing me and then raising me up from the dead as a Floridian skeleton? You got it! The exact same thing, but with different questions. Oh, thank God. I'll start this round with an important one. Oh boy. What is your biggest fear, spirit animal, or reason for waking up in the morning? The answer to this could be murder, but the answer to this could be alligators. Actually, the answer to this could also be alligators. Actually, the answer to all 3 of these could be gators. Alligators are a lot like chicken. They pretty much work for everything. You know what? Let's go for the reason for waking up. Frankly, I don't. Oh, wait, so this girl's like sleep participating? That's amazing. I wait until noon and then I wake up. Oh, all right. I get the feeling so does Blair. Actually, I get the feeling Blair doesn't wake up until about 6 p.m. To be fair, there's days where I don't wake up until 6 p.m. I'm motivated by my passion to work. Real quick, I want to take a moment to mention that the game put a gigantic laughing audience sound at that answer. I appreciate that even the game knows that this is a lie. When you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. It could also be that she is a psycho. For me, it's simple. Fame and money. Oh, why do you think I'm here? That's fair. You're not supposed to admit that so early on, but Grant, those are all pretty good answers. Number 5, I'm a little skeptical about, but we're gonna go a little bit deeper here. If I was throwing a dress-up party, what would you wear? What would you want me to wear? Would you attend? I don't want to know what you'd want me to wear because I don't even know if I want to know what I want to wear. What would you wear? If any of you girls say that you would dress up as an ear of corn, you win. God, I love corn. I would dress as a criminal, okay? I always thought they were sexy. Wait, what the hell does a criminal look like? It just looks like everyone else. Are you talking about like before or after you get arrested? I dress as a cat. Okay. I actually have 4 cats. We have a love-hate relationship. I love them and they hate me. I already have a cat costume at home, so it would save me a trip to the dollar store. That's like my favorite place. Look, I don't know why, but the dollar stores in my area have a bigger selection of soda than the actual supermarkets. I'd go as an angel, so you'd know how blessed you are to have my presence. Great, so we basically have like wrath, sloth, and pride. Well, those answers were rather anticlimactic. I don't know, the criminal one was okay. Ask better questions. You shut your damn mouth. A simple one now. What do you do when you need to relax, you are feeling angry, or you have a broken heart? Is the answer violence? Murder. Oh, we have a winner. I love how there's no other context. It is a one-word answer. Excuse me, what? I know, I said what I said. I prefer the count to 10 method. It stops any murderous thoughts. Oh my God. I go for a jog. I love how it's murder, kind of murder, and not even thinking about murder. That way I turn all of that negative energy into something healthy and positive. How did you get here? I love how we're just staring at each other. Sorry, I'm not sure how to bypass that murder confession. I'll tell you how we bypass it, Grant. We send her to the next round. Oh, another question, here we go. For my final question, I want to know, what's a deal breaker? What meal would you cook for me on the first date? What's something you've never told anyone else? I would hope it's that murder confession, but maybe there's more. And you're now happy to confess to millions of viewers. Well, I'm not sure about millions, I am. We have sweatshops of unfortunate Floridians tied to chairs watching the show. Ladies, answer the question. I have a phone. I'm not gonna lie, coming from murder, it's kind of strange, honestly. That doesn't seem special. Every man and his dog has a phone. Technically, every cat has a phone now. Actually, every cat not only has a phone, every cat has an Instagram account. Well, this is a secret phone no one else knows about. I mean, I gotta give it to her. She answered the question. Maybe the other contestants can give us something more juicy. I was failing high school, so I paid someone to sit my exams for me instead. Contestant number 5, we all have. When I was 17, I gave poisoned someone I was competing with to make sure I won. Oh, I think this is supposed to be when I was 17. I poisoned someone I was competing with to make sure I won. Did they die? Now that's more like it. Grant, you've turned from a game show host into a special victims unit detective. And that brings us to the end of round 2. Who has jingled your dingle? God, I'm gonna use that. This is actually really tough because at this point, I'm pretty sure all of these girls are involved in felonious acts. You know what? The necromancer and the criminal can fight to the death. Another spectacular choice. I'm glad you think so, Grant. Or are you just saying that so she doesn't kill you later? Let's meet her now. Sure. Alrighty. Oh, she actually looks very average. Her real name is Emily, and the state court agreed that if she wanted to date with you, they'd give her a reduced sentence. I'm happy they let me wear a skirt. What state is this? Florida? Seriously though, who's gonna be like, oh, you know who we should send on that game show? Our murderer. Now it's time for the final round. This happens in 3s. In this round, Blair and Emily will fight each other. Oh, wait, they literally are going to fight to the death? Are we talking like verbally fight or like physically fight? Whoever wins can go on a date with you. Grant, you really need to like hone in on explaining the term fight here. Because I don't know if I'm gonna watch Jeopardy or like WWE. Actually, I don't usually ask for comments, but definitely place your bets before seeing this. Who wins between a necromancer and a murderer? What do you think of that, Flack? I think that's awesome. You're promoting violence. They need to wear something more comfortable. Oh my God, I know where this is going. It's bikini time, isn't it? It's 100% bikini time. This is episode. There is no such thing as an episode without a bikini in it. Look, don't blame me. I don't make the episodes. Like a sports bra. I agree, but this show doesn't have that kind of budget. Oh, I don't know. Give them some duct tape and aluminum foil then. Get ready, ladies. Begin. All right. They're starting, wow, they're just jumping right on top of the tables. Oh, it is a straight up fist fight. I didn't think it was gonna end up being like a Holyfield match. Oh God, Blair, no. Wait, Blair's back up. Oh, it's not to the death. It's just to the first person who loses their footing on the contestant stage. That was a great fight, but the decision is yours. Wait, I can still pick someone who lost? Who has won a date with you? I saw that. Blair, Emily, or Grant. Grant is pretty hilarious, but I do love D&D. Blair, why don't you come over here and give Flack a big kiss? I'm your host, Grant. Have a good night. I said in the beginning that the answer to everything is violence, and it actually was. Folks, hope you enjoyed this episode. Till the next time, stay foxy and much love.